All right, let's talk California. President Trump will make his first presidential trip this week, visiting North Carolina first, then over to California, as he criticizes state leaders there for mishandling the wildfires.
So, everything was dry and it was an inferno. They created an inferno. So we're demanding that they turn the valve back toward Los Angeles. Why aren't they doing it? They either have a death wish, they're stupid, or there's something else going on that we don't understand. But we want the water that they're throwing away to be used for California.
Let me provide some context here. You're about to see Steve Hilton, who's a correspondent. He's going to be talking about his ideas and what actually happened with this devastating issue out here in California, which could have been avoided. And I want y'all's take on this. Here it is, the federal government under Obama's direction actually offered to bring in more water supply and was wondering why the water supply was so low in the first place. And Gavin Newsom, I don't know whether just being bullheaded or just wanting to do the total opposite, declined. And is this the reason why? Take a look.
This as Democrat Gavin Newsom spends his time Trump-proofing his state, slamming the president over climate executive actions, saying, quote, if you don't believe in science, believe your own damn eyes. Fox News contributor Steve Hilton joins us now. By the way, $50 million for lawyers to get ready to sue back to make sure illegal aliens' rights are kept. Your thoughts, Steve, about climate change, Gavin Newsom's focus in this times of crisis?
Instead of focusing on attacking President Trump, he should be asking for his help, and not in the way that a lot of people are thinking, all the money. Yeah, that's important. But more important is the expertise in two specific ways. We got to rebuild Los Angeles. We've got huge events coming. We've got the Soccer World Cup, the Super Bowl.
As you can see, there's a lot of money riding on this, so people are trying to get that money coming into the state to help obviously rebuild now. So money is going to be diverted into rebuilding the state.
Olympics, we have a builder as president. Ask for his help. He knows how to do this. We were just talking about drill, baby, build. Drill, baby, drill. We need to build, baby, build in California. Not just rebuilding Los Angeles. We need to build infrastructure. We need to build housing. He knows how to do that. The second thing is, what's holding up things getting built in California? Regulations, insane environmental regulations, labor regulations. Trump knows how to get rid of regulations. We need to do that in California.
Well, he says, I'm cutting red tape, meaning I'm going to cut some of those environmental regulations, which is driving environmentalists crazy. When Gavin Newsom and President Trump meet, we think on Friday, should President Trump say exactly what he's been saying to us to Gavin Newsom's face?
Yes, because he's right. He's right about pretty much every single aspect of this. He's right that it was environmental regulations that stopped the clearing of the brush that made the wildfires into a total inferno. And he's right about the water. Here's a simple way of thinking about it. The way it works in most of the people live in Southern California. The water is in Northern California, in the Sierra Mountains, Sierra Nevada, in the snowpack. So we have reservoirs and a whole system of canals. There are basically two canals bringing the water from the north to the south. One is owned by the state, one is owned by the federal government, built and owned by the federal government. Trump, when he was last president, said, let's bring more water down by increasing the supply. But
why do you think Gavin Newsom declined having more water supply delivered to the state? The federal government was willing to help. Why would you decline this?
From it down the federal canal. What Gavin Newsom did to stop the water being taken out of the delta where it comes from was to reduce the supply in the state pipeline to counteract it, which is insane.
Where's that water go then?
It stays in the delta, and that's the point that they're and Trump was saying yesterday, quite rightly, they're crazy. Why are they doing this? They really are doing it. They call it environmental reasons. It is to protect the fish that are in the delta.
Here's what's different now. You don't have to get some Democrats' attention or a Republican confirmed. Everybody was affected. They said when the firefighters went to the hydrants, there was no water.
Yes.
That's not a gray area. Why wasn't there water? Let's pursue this as a Democrat and Republican.
100%.
And it leads this direction. You have everyone's attention now. Would this actually push you more to run for governor?
Well, as you know, Brian, we've talked about it. I am strongly considering it because
I don't know much about Steve, so if anybody has any information about this guy as to why they think that he should run, would he do a better job out there in California? Leave it in the comments below.
it's obvious now. We need massive change in California. Every single thing has been mismanaged. The incompetence is off the charts and people are seeing it now. And it's driven by this ideology, this far left ideology. That's why there's not enough water. That's why you got all these regulations. They don't want to build anything. They don't want to have the kind of energy supply. We talk about energy. We have oil and gas reserves in California that we could be using. Instead, we're importing it from countries like Saudi Arabia and Iraq. It's insane.
By 2035, only electric vehicles will be driven there, and we'll see if anyone's going to be still living there. Steve Hilton, thanks so much.
All right, everybody. So leave some comments below. Let me know your thoughts on this. This is wild, and it's developing as we speak.